Kyle here from allmediareviews.blogspot.com, and I don't know the best spot to put this, but I just wanted to follow up. Of course, since I'm trying to film a video in a storage space, you get people coming in and it doesn't really work. But yeah, I was talking about the Dirt Poor Robin CD, which I have right here. Actually, I don't leave CDs typically in my storage space. I wish I could back this out. It just doesn't go further back. But yeah, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 of the Raven Locks are all good. Act 3 is probably my favorite. It's my favorite thing they've done. I don't know, I'm gonna put this right here. Let's see if maybe this will work if I stack it. Maybe on top of this. Maybe. But let's see if I can get it out again. Here it is. Yeah, so this is Act 1, but they have the two other albums, The Last Days of Leviathan and the first album, The Cage. And both those albums have a lot of good songs on it. Dirt Poor Robins, if you're a fan of the Deer Hunter, you really should check them out. I'm not saying you're going to definitely love them. The majority of the vocals are done by a female singer who, I mean, the comparisons are to Amy Lee, but I hear a lot of other singers with her to Amy Lee from Evanescence. She sounds like the singer from the Antlers at times. She reminds me of Timbre or Brooke Wagner, actually, at points. But the lush arrangement, the orchestral, chamber, ragtime elements, they have, I mean, the only thing I'll say about it is all the records, I don't have, like, none of them are, like, definitive masterpieces at this point for me, but they're all really good. Act 3 being the one that I like the most, because it's a longer record. It seems to be sort of the most refined and polished. But The Cage has a song called The Hollywood Song that I love. I love the catchiness to that, the lyrics to that. Oh man, there's just a song called off Act 2 called Speak to Me, which is great. This kind of soaring ballad of the sorts. It's very melancholic point. Neil deGrasse does the vocals, I believe, on that one. Solemn Dream, both on Act 1, Solemn Dream and Solemn Awakening are two of the best songs they've done. I mean, I listed them in that entry. They've written probably more songs I enjoy than don't enjoy. There aren't that many songs on all 5 of their albums I don't like, and some of them just stand out or just they're earworms. Lady Hell, that song is just catchy. You can't get it out of your head. Was it the first song, Great Vacation? Great Vacation's awesome. It's very catchy, very uplifting. A little bit like the first, I think it's the second, We Forgot We Were Human on Act 1. But yeah, it's the solo on Leviathan, on The Last of Leviathan, is amazing, very ballsy. I'm just trying to rattle off just things off the top of my head. It's stuff I wrote in the blog. But yeah, I mean, they started in 2000. The first album, The Cage, came out in 2007. So they have been around the same time as the Deer Hunter. Maybe they weren't around quite as long, because actually technically the Deer Hunter started 2003, 2004-ish, when Casey would sometimes, when he was with the Receiving End of Sirens and they toured, he would open as the Deer Hunter for them and then perform with the Receiving End of Sirens. So I don't know exactly when it started, but you know, the Dirt Poor Robins is, the thing is, I've almost come to conclude, though, they're kind of a studio project, because they only play shows like in their local area, as far as I can tell. Neil deGrasse isn't much into touring, I guess. I don't know. But like the Family Crest, it's like, I just think if enough people caught wind of them, and they're fans of the Deer Hunter too, which is interesting. I think at least one of the members of the Deer Hunter knows them, but when I see the Deer Hunter in a few weeks at First Avenue, if I get a chance to talk to any of the members, I'll have to ask them about Dirt Poor Robins. But maybe not Casey, because I haven't been able to talk to Casey the last 3 or 4 shows. He's either not talking or I'm not there. I don't do the meet and greet, pay for the VIP package. A lot of people do it, but yeah, I can't say enough good things about this band, and their music's holding up. I mean, in a year from now, am I going to be thinking the same way about them? I have a feeling I will. Yeah, that's the kind of the ending of that video I just made back in the storage space. The Family Crest, though, is worth noting, and Janelle Monae. Family Crest put out, they put out the information. The new album comes out April 6th. It's called, what's it called again? The War Act 1, which is a follow-up to Prelude to War, which came out in 2017 in AP. But the first 2 songs are excellent. Very energetic, very upbeat, very catchy. Great vocal performance from Liam. They use sax really well. The video for Never Gonna Stop is outrageous. But yeah, Family Crest, I'm really excited for that. So you have a Typhoon album in 2018, you have a Family Crest album in 2018, and you have Dirt Poor Robins putting out a song a month, which in effect that album that's going to be completed in April of 2019, in 2018. All we need is the Deer Hunter. I mean, all the chamber bands, Mother Falcon, what other chamber bands are going to be putting out music this year? It's maybe we get an Othello reunion. Maybe the members of Margot, the old members, can rejoin Margot Nuclear So-and-So's. It's like the year of the chamber rock, basically. But Sufjan Stevens, yeah, his last album wasn't as much in that vein, but I still need to, in fact, now that I have some time, I think I might work on that chamber rock, baroque rock, pop, folk entry that I've been working on, but talking more about. I'm glad that I'll be able to include these guys, though, because they would have been an omission. But the other thing is Janelle Monae, there's a little trailer on YouTube for her album Dirty Computers. Now, she's been really busy in Hollywood, of course, doing an episode of Electric Dreams recently, and she was in Moonlight and the movie we saw, which she worked at NASA. I'm blanking on the title. I should know it, but anyway. And she's got some others. She's got a movie coming out in like October that Robert Zemeckis directed. That's based on this guy's sort of therapy about this town after being physically manhandled at a bar. He got very damaged, like mentally, but in therapy he created this town, and Janelle Monae is one of the actors in that town. I think it's Zemeckis. I could be wrong, but I think it was Zemeckis who's directing it. It's got a weird name, and I've posted some stuff on Twitter about it. But it's one of my most anticipated movies. But in the meantime, before that comes out, or maybe around the time that comes out, let's hope Dirty Computers comes out. Tessa Thompson from Veronica Mars and Dear White People, and then most recently, most well-known for the Thor movie, Ragnarok or whatever, is in the trailer for it. But her last album in 2013, Electric Lady, I loved, but it's been now 5 years since then. She put out the one single, Yoga. She's been releasing stuff from other artists on her own new label, the Wonderland label, whatever it's called. But yeah, being a Janelle Monae fan, we get a Janelle Monae album hopefully this year, and we have a Kimber album this year. So just like the chamber rock, we're getting 2 of a similar kind of style of artists with records coming out this year. And then Muse, that's the other thing that was recently. They just put out the second song in like the last 9 months. Something Contagion. The video for it is crazy, very homage to like 80s pop culture and 80s like horror, because there's like a vampire in it, or a couple vampires, and then of course an homage to Thriller. It's really like an homage to Thriller as a whole, but this is the one part of it. But it's a pretty good song, and there's an interview with Matt Bellamy and Dominic from Muse on with K-Rock, I think it is, where they talked about the new album being influenced by Black Mirror, that anthology sci-fi show, kind of like Electric Dreams. And then that they've written, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 songs, or they've recorded that many songs, and so the new album isn't that far away. It probably will be coming out in 2018. So, but this is probably enough for now. I've got to get going on the keyboard so I can do some of the things I wanted to get to. But thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and we'll talk next time. And just give me any opinions on Dirt Poor Robins. Give me your opinion on the Deer Hunter, for that matter. Just what's your take on the Deer Hunter? Have you heard DEAR? And bands that are similar, or how you found out about the Deer Hunter, or bands you found out through the Deer Hunter. Because I would say if you're a fan of the Deer Hunter, there's a very good chance, at least a decent chance, that you'd enjoy both Dirt Poor Robins and the Family Crest. Because the Family Crest, I'm certain of it, because I've seen literally probably about 50 or 100 people just on Facebook become really into the Family Crest after seeing them tour and open for the Deer Hunter in December of 2017. And a lot of the Deer Hunter fans were already talking about this band before I had heard about them. So they don't sound exactly like them, neither band does, but similar elements of sort of using a lot of instrumentation beyond the standard rock instruments, and sort of the big concept, now that the Family Crest thing is a concept, and of course the Ravenlocks Act 1. There's a Ravenlocks Act 2, Ravenlocks Act 3. They're a conceptual band as well, just like the Deer Hunter has released the 5 acts. They're going to release Act 6 eventually in some format. But yeah, the Deer Hunter has gained popularity just slowly but surely, not huge, but just baby steps. Now they're opening for Between the Buried and Me as a co-headliner, not opening, but the co-headliner. I just love to find out more people that are fans of the Deer Hunter, what their take is on these other 2 bands. Maybe they won't like them, but just check them out, you know? I mean, you're one of these people that literally, this is the only prog-related thing you ever like. Maybe the Mars Volta and the Deer Hunter. You don't listen to any of this other crap. Fine, but, you know, if you like other bands like the Deer Hunter, if you like Coheed and Cambria, or if you like Dredge, or you like bands that are somewhat, the Reign of Kindo, of course, now known as Kindo. Dirt Poor Robins and the Family Crest, I cannot praise highly enough. Same with Ben Sinister, actually, too. I've always wanted them to open for the Deer Hunters. So, anyway, now I've ranted a bit more about it after saying goodbye. Thank you for watching. Like I said, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and we'll see you next time.